Is love at first sight a fiction and a fairy tale? Judaism's answer might surprise you. In our culture, in our media, our movies, our music, we definitely hold high weight to this idea of love at first sight, falling in love really fast. And there's sort of a backlash to that. Sometimes people can get cynical, and counterintuitively, and a lot of people that have more of a religious outlook might find this idea of falling in love a little bit more superficial, because falling in love is not the only thing that's important, because we want to incorporate values, the ability to fit into a community together, fit into a family systems, the two family systems being compatible. When we look at finding a marriage partner, falling in love seems a little bit secondary, because the truth is, and I think this is actually a very beautiful thing, that it's different today, but marriage used to be a lot more functional as opposed to a focus on love. But this change to the importance of falling in love, or love more generally, has very deep, holy spiritual roots, messianic roots, dare I say. And of course it can be overblown, and people can fall in love with people that aren't good for them, and we can get into a whole discussion about the dangers of only relying on falling in love. But Hashem wants us to have passionate love. We're supposed to have a passionate love for Hashem, often described as a intimate marriage-like relationship. Falling in love with our partner is powerful. It's not the only thing, but some people might not need that, and the love might grow, and we can talk more about that in other videos. Let's look at some Jewish sources on this idea of love at first sight. In this week's Parsha, the first time that Yaakov sees Rachel, his beshert, his soulmate, here's what happens. Vayisa es kolo vayavek. He starts to cry. He's in shock. Then it says, Vayehav Yaakov, there's this fusion, this immediate chemistry. Like I said, there's other factors, and I'm going to show in other videos that love grows and gets deeper, and we have the whole thing of Isaac and falling in love later, whether it takes time in the dating or in marriage, after marriage. But we cannot discount being attracted to someone and falling in love, and even love at first sight. This magnetism is not some superficial thing where we're just looking at someone's body. We know our match in Judaism is divinely ordained, even before we're born. So when we see that thing, we recognize that's a part of us. It's our neshama outside of us. We have to be careful, because like any power in the world, it can deceive us, and we can fall in love with the wrong people, the wrong values. But if assuming those other things are matching, when you fall in love, that is like a beautiful message from Hashem, and we don't want to be too obsessed with it, but don't discount that seeing that your soul knows that person is me, that person Hashem gave me. Wow, and I love that person. Love is also a fine wine. It gets deeper. It's about giving, and it's about length of devotion. But there is this sense of falling in love, and we should be seeking it, or rather being open our hearts to know when it happens. And again, I'm not talking about just the first date. Of course, it could be love at first sight, but just this idea of falling in love, this fusion, this chemistry, this attraction. It's not just about the looks, it's about the entire essence of that person. So yes, this concept of falling in love has holy roots if directed properly.